I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, 183 centimeters tall, weighed in at 73 kgs, with a reach of 187 centimeters. And up against him, it's David Benavidez. Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs. He bounced back from cancer as a two-time middleweight world champion.
This bout is scheduled for 8.
So much hype. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice exchange here from both men. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire today. They're on fire in the ring.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. A straight right just misses. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round.
That was a terrible...
On to the second round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swing and a miss with the jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You'd like to see more jabs. Insane action. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Shot. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Can't land the jab there. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. There's the bell to start round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How about that time counter shot? Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Just can't find the target. Perfect counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. And around. There's the bell to start round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him up. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well done with that counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
These two were made for each other. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get that jab back. Just
good work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. The jab.
go back and win the round. All right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry.
Right.
And there's the bell for round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Got Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, John.
Hard, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that. Round 8, and we're off again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if he can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Both men step back for just a moment. He misses with that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than have to.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. So two judges are in agreement.